What's up, fight fans? As always, thank you for coming through. Much appreciated. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. All right. Interesting words from Eddie Hearn that he wouldn't swap Anthony Joshua for Conor McGregor. Obviously, this is in response to Dana White putting an offer in for Anthony Joshua. Dana White has offered £350 million. So that's $500 million, and I think it's a 10-fight deal. Sorry, he hasn't offered it. It's been quoted as saying that's what he would offer. So again, we've not heard those words out of Dana White's mouth. Headlines sell newspapers and stories, and I think that's what it is right now. It's just a headline. Eddie Hearn immediately fired back and said, I'll sign Conor McGregor, or we'll sign Conor McGregor. Kugan Cassius then, I think, asked the question, would you swap Anthony Joshua for Conor McGregor? Eddie Hearn obviously said no. And he's obviously going to say, you know, Anthony Joshua is his guy right now, and it'd be stupid to say anything else. But it did get me thinking. In sort of fighting terms, they're probably the two biggest names out there right now in the fighting world. I mean, Mayweather's obviously still floating around. We don't know what he's doing. But in terms of active fighters right now, can I call Conor an active fighter? I guess I can. He hasn't fought since August. But in terms of active fighters right now, I do think they're the two biggest. I think Conor's way out there at the moment. I think Anthony Joshua is probably in second place, and then maybe Canelo or someone else in third or fourth. So they are the two biggest stars. Eddie Hearn obviously is talking shit. You would definitely swap Conor McGregor for Anthony Joshua. You would. You don't swap on what could be. You swap on now. And right now, Conor McGregor is just a superstar. Like, scary. He's crossing all boundaries right now as well. Fashion, TV, music, video games. He said supposedly he's turned down numerous acting roles as well, and I believe him. So this is a guy that has his fingers in numerous pies and is literally just a cash register right now. Conor McGregor is a cash register. But, and I mean this, but, I don't know what the ceiling is with Anthony Joshua right now. I don't think we've even touched the surface in terms of where he can go. And I think a big problem with Anthony Joshua is that he's so PC. You see Anthony Joshua and he's almost child-friendly, right? If Anthony Joshua was categorized in terms of a film rating or a movie rating, it'd be PG. And I just want them to let him loose. Because trust me, I don't believe... I think Dylan White kind of alluded to it when they did their little face-off years ago that, you know, stop acting, stop pretending. And don't get me wrong, I think it's good to play the good role model. I really do believe it. But this is the fight game. This is the fight game. And I feel like if they kind of just take the shackles off Anthony Joshua, I'm not saying he's going to go around threatening to kill people or start shooting or any of that nonsense. But I think if they take the shackles off and let him be, rather than this child-friendly, pleasing everyone, smile, taking photos guy, he could be just... He could be anything he wanted to be. He could be any... I mean, if you look at the way how some people might call Conor McGregor vile, but that's what we like to see, isn't it? I mean, that's what attracted us to Mike Tyson. Yes, he had the knockouts, but it was that kind of recklessness outside the ring as well. A guy that kind of says what he wants to say. Anthony Joshua, on occasions, has slipped up and said a few things that we don't like, and I think he's been chewed up for it. That's why I sometimes feel every time he does come out of the cage, so to speak, he goes straight back in. I think, again, if they let the shackles off, he could be anything. He could be anything. I think right now, we're not seeing the real Anthony Joshua. And I firmly believe that. I think he's a nice guy, don't get me wrong, but I don't believe it's the what you see is what you get with him. I think there's a darker man behind all the smiles and waves, put it that way. And I think if that man comes to the fore, I think the crowd are just going to love him even more. I genuinely believe that. But that's my 2 cents on it. So right now, Conor's definitely bigger than AJ. The numbers don't lie, so to speak. But I think AJ has the potential to be bigger than Conor by far if they let the man loose. Whether or not this offer from Dana White is true, again, let's remind people, I think Gareth Davis, is that his name, said it was a $350 million 10-fight deal potentially on the table. Whether or not that's true or not, let's just say it is true for the argument of this video. I don't believe that even Conor McGregor is able to get a 10-fight, 35 million guaranteed per fight deal with the UFC. That's how big AJ could be, right? I mean, again, he's not touched the biggest market in the world, which is the US market. Conor's already over there. Conor's destroying that US market. All AJ is doing right now is just the UK market. Look how big he is, and he's only just touched this little small island. There's a monster island just a few hours away that he's not even touched yet. So, again, putting him on TV shows over there, boy, good luck. But for me, park all that for a second. I just want to see the real AJ. And I don't know, people might shoot me down when I say this, but I mean, we know he's had a bit of a naughty background, right? So there is that it's kind of bubbling beneath the surface with him. I don't look for fighters as role models, and sometimes I feel like he's trying to do that. He's trying to do a bit of everything: the role model, the nice guy. Stop it. Be who you are, AJ. Become the beast you can become, and show us your true colors. And trust me, I think fans will love you for it even more. I think, what do they call it in WWE? I think they call it playing the heel, right? And sometimes we don't mind the heel. We don't mind the heel.